Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Centier Bank studio here for the RSN Zone. We're covering the first half of action this evening. Michael Brenner here along with Jimmy McCormick. Jimmy, it's been a little bit since baseball season. We're good to be with you again.
Yeah, good to be with you too, Mike. It's fun to be here, man.
I love the time. We're kind of wrapping. It is crazy to think we're already wrapping up getting close to wrapping up, I should say, the high school football season. Sectional championship night games are already underway. Games that you're watching right here on the Region Sports Network. Games that are kind of just getting going, maybe wrapping up the first quarter. We've got a Crown Point team that's already in the second quarter. They're actually already getting ready towards halftime as well. So a lot on the line tonight. Obviously, in a sectional championship, we'll start to look at those, what those scores look like as we go get closer and closer to halftime, and then also kind of look at potential matchups going on next week. But a lot of action going around the state of Indiana here in the Centier Bank studio. If you see us looking to our right, or is it on the left on the monitors? I don't know how. Science was never my thing.
Looks like left. I'm looking at the monitor now to try to figure that out for us, but it looks like
So to my right, whatever. One of these directions. If we keep looking in this direction, it's because we have a giant monitor on our wall that has a bunch of games going on at once, mostly the region teams, so we can kind of give you those updates in real time. So really awesome stuff that Justin Cole puts together each and every week, and it's pretty incredible. I don't think we can actually show it to you live on the program just because of some copyright stuff and IHSAA restrictions and whatnot, but pretty cool graphics that we got going on here. The brackets that are breaking down to give you figure out who our sectional champions might be tonight. We can go through some scores here real quick, Jimmy. Crown Point is, we were just saying before we went on the air, all over the Kingsmen at 28-0. Kind of a little bit of a surprise of what we not a surprise that they're winning, just how dominant they are.
Right. Dominating them and being up 28-0, and they scored really quick. Those first couple of drives that they had the chance to get the ball. First drive they drove down, scored rather quickly. Second time they get the ball, they score on a 66-yard Ellison touchdown run that was fantastic to kind of watch. And they've kind of broken away since then, and it's been really good for Crown Point faithful, and they keep finding ways to move the ball. It looks like Penn is it Penn in a 4th and 2 here, or is Crown Point on off? No, Crown Point's on defense.
Yeah, looking
Penn's
like
got
Penn.
A 4th and 2.
Coming up here right around midfield there. Valparaiso just took the lead 14-0 over the Trojans of Chesterton. There you see that matchup there. Chesterton got the win over Michigan City. Valpo Laporte there on the graphic that you see there. So that's why they're facing in a championship game, which is the first time that they're facing each other in a championship game since 2002. Valpo got that win 14-7. Earlier this year, Valpo got the win in the regular season pretty not handily. It was a pretty intense ball game. Had to go to overtime, and Valpo won it on that Philly special on a 2-point conversion to win it in overtime. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, pretty sweet win for the Vikings back in the regular season, eking out a 1-point overtime win against a huge rival, because even in years when Valpo's been the dominant force or one of the dominant forces in the Duneland, they play Chesterton really tight, or Chesterton finds a way to play them well and compete with them. And that was kind of the case again in that regular season game.
Absolutely. We got the Maryville Pirates up 14-7 on the Morton Governors. That one got started with a bang right away. Morton got on the board quickly on, I believe, was it the kickoff return or the play right after the kickoff return?
Yeah.
It was very early in the game.
No, LeBron Hill housed the opening kickoff.
Yeah, that's what
it was a really nice play by a big-time player here in Northwest Indiana.
So then 14 unanswered after that for the Maryville Pirates. I'm looking over at New Prairie and Hanover. New Prairie up 6-0 right now on Hanover. Not a score I expect to hold, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's like watching, the magic wall over here.
This is the second time I've looked over and seen the Hanover-New Prairie game, and Hanover's been inside the 30-yard line, so hopefully they could find a way to turn this into points here.
So some other scores from around the state. The winner of that matchup you just saw on your screen between Lafayette Central Catholic and North Montgomery will face the winner of Bremen and Andrean. So if our 59ers can get the win over the Lions tonight, they would get the winner of Lafayette Central Catholic and on North Montgomery. So there you go, Andrea with a 28-0 lead in the second quarter. We know that Valpo, it says 7, but they are up 14-0 as they are starting to wrap up that first quarter. Only like 30-something seconds left in that one. But plenty of action that we're going to keep an eye on here. We're going to take a look at number of sectional championships by team here. Another great graphic that Justin Cole has got up for us here. You see the Andrean 59ers at the top of that. So there's two teams right at the top there, two of the winningest programs kind of in the area with 21-15, and that's a matchup tonight, 59ers versus the Bremen Lions.
Yeah, big-time matchup there. I did not realize Penn had 26 of those sectional championships. I knew they had quite a few. They've had a lot of success in their illustrious history, but did not know it was 26.
26 is quite a lot for a program. They're taking on those Crown Point Bulldogs, but they trail 28-0 as we get closer and closer to halftime.
Valpo doing a really nice job so far defensively. I know it's been a criticism that people have had of Valpo all year, but seem to be doing a really good job of smothering that Chesterton offense early in their ball game.
And looking at those numbers for the Valparaiso Vikings as well, 16 sectional championships in program history, 6 straight already. They are looking for a 7th here this evening. That's pretty incredible to do as a program.
No, it's a big time accomplishment for the Valpo Vikings to be able to have that kind of sustained success.
So keeping on watching some other highlights here as we get to the end of the first between Valpo and Chesterton. So 14-0 the score over there at Viking Field. And do we have a score update? Yep, the Maryville Pirates have now taken the lead with the ensuing extra point kick coming up here. It is seemingly going to be 21-7, but we will wait because it's never a guarantee.
No, we had a few of those missed already tonight. Crown Point missed their first of the year. And after their second touchdown tonight, they missed their first extra point of the season.
Does that get in your, as a coach? Do you think does that get in your head a little bit? Like we haven't done something all season, all of a sudden in the sectional championship we do something weird and wacky. Does that creep in your head at all a little bit?
I'm sure at times it will, especially when moments are bigger. I don't think it did for Coach Bazia when they got that touchdown to make it 19-0. I'm sure he was just go ahead and get out there and make it 20, and which is exactly what they did. But they did go for 2 on the second one. I couldn't see that play start, so I don't know if that was something where it was a designed fake off a field goal or if they actually just ran a 2-point play. I missed that when we were kind of getting introduced here, but that's something that could affect you. If the game was a little closer, maybe you're like, let's just go for 2 here instead of kicking it. But when a kid's 50 for 51, I think you can
you're okay.
Go out there and kick it one more time.
I can just see kind of like if it's the first thing that happens and it's like, oh no, like just creep it in the head a little bit, like, oh, hopefully this isn't a sign of things to come. And that's not, obviously that's not going to be the case when you're up 28-0 at this point. That extra point was good though, so Maryville takes the lead 21-7, and Justin is signaling.
We have the first score for.
Oh wait, we have a highlight that we can show you, so let's go ahead and bring that up.
That is the
on
first Crown Point touchdown.
All right, so the first Crown Point touchdown of the evening.
Yeah, we've seen that one before.
Just once or twice.
Early play action and Trevor Gibbs wide open in the end zone for 6. That's easy money for the Bulldogs.
And then Justin is such a masterful technician is that after you see that score, and then it goes right into the Crown Point score on the Strack and Van Til hometown scoreboard update. And here's the second touchdown for the Bulldogs.
This was that big-time run here by Ellison.
This just happened, literally moments after that first touchdown.
Yeah. I
had taken my eyes off of it, and all of a sudden I look up, and, they're running into the end zone. I'm like, wait a minute, did we have a interception? What's going on here?
Yeah, no, the Crown Point defense did a really nice job of getting off the field quick for, I believe that was the second time of the night, because I believe Penn had the ball first, and they got 3 and out, scored pretty quickly after that, and then they were able to go down and score there on that literal first play after the second 3 and out. So it happened very fast, and being in a position where I coached against Crown Point in a sectional final a year ago, life comes at you fast when the Bulldogs are rolling. So.
And then a 4th down stop.
All right, here's a 4th down stop. We got these highlights coming in from the Penn game with Crown Point.
Really
and I told you that score wasn't going to hold in the Hanover Penn game, or in the Hanover New Prairie game. Hanover Central has taken the lead 7-6 over the Cougars.
Good. I'm glad they were able to find a way to finish that drive. I couldn't see it, but now I see us down
Yep,
there.
we're down here in the corner. Yep. If I get in your way of anything, just
No,
feel free to push me
you're good.
around.
You're
It's
good.
okay. I won't
There's
take
a lot of
offense to-
action up there. I'm like a kid in a candy shop right now, just kind of looking at
A lot of things
football
going on
one screen. It's pretty sweet.
Well, it's pretty incredible what Justin Cole has mastered here. And for those of you who maybe don't follow, and I'm guessing a lot of people don't, but if you follow like higher levels of the broadcasting business, like your ESPNs and CBSs and Foxes on a Sunday, they actually in their broadcast booths, they will have a monitor in front of them. The play-by-play guy and the analyst will have a monitor that has split four screens. One section might have all the stats, one might have the program feed, one might have another game going on, so they can kind of keep an eye on something else that may impact their game or something like that. So it's really cool for us to be able to see kind of all this going on at once. Kind of feels very big time. Well, we got a third score here, but it's a little bit sideways. So if you want to tweak your neck a little bit, Justin's going to fix it. All right.
Yeah, we knew he was going to take good care of us.
As he always does, and it looks like the Maryville Pirates have just scored yet again.
Is that a touchdown or a safety? They scored on that? Okay. What happened here?
Well, I'm going with the...
Oh, yeah, it's a defensive touchdown. You throw it to him, or...
Uh-oh.
Oh, he fumbled it.
Oh, he fumbled... Okay, so he fumbled in the...
It looked like he might have caught that. I thought it was a fumble, but the way it ended up in that defensive lineman's arms, I don't know... Maybe he tried to toss it and he caught it. I couldn't really tell. That was tough to see.
Either way you look at it, Maryville takes now the 28-7 lead. So Morton coming out there, they get the kickoff return for the touchdown. Here's that score for Crown Point, by the way.
That was a really nice,
tackle at the end, despite getting the touchdown, but down he goes.
We've seen two tackles like that tonight by Penn, so we know they're getting taught the right things on how to tackle properly over in it's Mishawaka, right? Is that where Penn's located, or near Mishawaka?
I believe so.
Right?
Yes,
somewhere around there.
Justin Cole knows where everything's at in the state of Indiana. He can tell you where every rest stop is as well. It's pretty incredible.
They're in the Fort County.
Yeah, they had that tackle there, but it looked like a young linebacker fella. And then I know Marcus Freeman's son was getting all the credit from our Andrew Mild over there on the broadcast for having one of those tackles earlier on the Penn sideline. So they're doing some really good job with fundamental tackling there at Penn.
Still just keeping an eye around.
Speaking of fundamentals, Valpo's defense is just doing exactly that right
It's
there.
incredible.
Forcing that run inside. The guy that's supposed to fit inside is there making the tackle. That's good stuff.
I will say, because I had that game over at Valpo between the Trojans and the Vikings earlier this year, one thing that really stood out to me is Chesterton did a phenomenal job of stopping the run. The passing game wasn't as crisp, if I remember correctly, but they did. I mean, defensively, they did a phenomenal job as well. And Valpo was maybe letting a few things go that they weren't, and so now they've really tightened this up here in this sectional championship game to ensure that there's no questions and maybe no overtime in this matchup this time around.
No, you can tell that Valpo's really, really harped on finding a way to stop that Chesterton run game. It's no secret that the Trojans are really good at running the football this season, more so, and much more so than they are at throwing it. So it seems Valpo's done a really good job of focusing that game plan on making the Trojans beat them through the air and getting them into 3rd and 13s like they're in now. That's exactly how they need to do that.
And as we were displaying the brackets from around Indiana, some of the ones here that we're keeping an eye on is sectional 41 and 42. That is Class 1A. You've got the LaVille Lancers, 6-5 on the year, defending sectional champions, taking on North Judson, who 11-0. They actually have the number one offense in the state of Indiana, 54 points per game, and actually, as you see it right there, and are tied for 3rd in the state of Indiana in points given up. So they are scoring 54 points a game and only giving up a smidge under 6.9 per game. That's tied for 3rd in the state of Indiana, and then the number one offense. North Judson looking pretty darn good. 3 straight sectional championships in program history for them.
Yeah, that's a quality program. When I was coaching at Lake Central, we got some summer work down in Rensselaer with North Judson and Rensselaer, and there'd always be another school there with us. And North Judson, both years we went, last year and the year before, they were unbelievably impressive for having literally 26 kids out there.
Oh, wow.
They probably had 26 to 36 of the toughest kids that you can have in Indiana. Honestly, they do a really nice job with their program, being a small school and having success.
So waiting for that to pop up on our Strachan Mantel hometown scoreboard update. I've been trying to glance over and then I look away, and that's probably when it pops up. That's usually how it works. Yeah, it's just one matchup that we're keeping an eye on here around the state of Indiana. The winner of that one will get the winner of Taylor and Pioneer. Another interesting matchup. Taylor 6-5 on the year, Pioneer 8-3. Taylor would be looking for their first sectional championship in program history if they can get the win today. For 8-6 in the third for that one. Okay.
Quarter.
For Taylor, it was up 8-6. Is that what it said?
Yep.
Okay. So Taylor can get their first sectional championship in program history. That would be.
Oh, that's a nice play in the Hanover game. Really nice catch. I can't see who it was. I only know a couple of their guys' numbers. Number 15 on the Hanover roster. Big time catch there at near midfield.
So
It can be on You Got Mossed.
could be. So Dylan Bowen actually were committed to Oklahoma State for baseball. So congratulations to him. School honor his brother Drake playing over at Notre Dame. We know.
Yep, that's a very athletic family and they're doing really good things. Drake at Notre Dame, obviously excelling tremendously, and Dylan going to be heading over to Oklahoma State and hopefully, having a successful career of his own in a different sport.
Just wait, their sister Dallas also coming by not too long from now, playing sports. So 8-6. We're still showing the brackets there. Morton and Maryville. Maryville up 28-7, and Valpo up 14-0 on the Chesterton Trojans as of right now. As we get ready to go, about 7 minutes until halftime over there at Viking Field. Crown Point is at the half. They're up 28-0 on Penn.
Long way to go till halftime of the Morton game. Things don't look like they're going to go too well here for the Governors. Going to punt from looks like inside their own 20 or 15 here, and Maryville has found ways to move the ball down the field rather quickly on their 3 scoring drives that they've had.
Again, we mentioned other games we're keeping an eye on. Is that game right there, Bremen and Andrean. Andrean up 28-0 in the third, and then they will take on the winner of Lafayette Central Catholic and North Montgomery. There's the North Judson score, 32-0 in the second.
North Judson, 32-0. All right. God, I'm sorry to laugh, but they're just so good.
It's impressive.
Like, they just keep doing that week after week. They've got to love their chances of being able to get down to Lucas Oil.
Now you see Hanover up 7-6. Another matchup keeping an eye on here for Hanover. Let's take a look over here. They haven't won a sectional since 2021, which is kind of hard to believe with all the success that they've had in the regular season, but looking for that first sectional title since 21, and they are winning against the New Prairie Cougars by a single point, and the New Prairie Cougars have won 3 straight sectional championships. So,
First score of Valparaiso.
all right, there's the first run first score as Berta runs in there breaking the tackles. It's like a pinball. He just bounces right off of everybody.
Yeah, he's a tough running back. He's very strong, very physical, gets downhill well. The way he followed the pulling guard on that was fantastic. I actually caught the glimpse of this one as Michael was talking
off to
you
Julian
guys here.
Stokes. What a pass.
Hanover looked to be moving again here. Another first down there on 3rd and 5. That's a good pickup for the Wildcats.
Looking forward to watching that Valpo team next year as well. Kellen Hosick going to be senior next year, so really excited to see kind of what comes about with him as a quarterback. And it's crazy to think that we're at the end of a run for Noah Ehrlich, and he's in his senior season, and everyone in the Duneland probably is excited about that, but us here at the Region Sports Network, we're not, because it already feels like we've been covering him for 10 years, but in his senior season, first 2 years at Hobart, then transferring over to Crown Point, getting to fight in a state championship last season.
Looking to try to get back to another one. With a sectional title tonight, they'll be 2 games away from getting back to Lucas Oil and getting a chance to avenge that loss they had last year. Probably won't be against the same team, but I'll never count out the Ben Davis Giants of making a run.
Well, they will. Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't disagree with you there. So if Crown Point, if that score holds over there at Penn, then they will get the winner of the Fort Wayne Snyder Carroll game. Fort Wayne Snyder, the defending 5A state champions, and we knew that they were down to Carroll based on the Straka Van Til hometown scoreboard update. Let's go ahead and give you an Economy Electric Heating and Cooling game night forecast, by the way. Brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. It is a very comfortable, clear sky, 50 degrees out there this evening.
It's a great night for sectional championship football.
Couldn't ask for better weather. That fall feeling, but also not too cold. If you're sitting in the stands, you just kind of bundle up a little bit.
Played and coached in some cold ones on sectional championship night. I've also been a part of some warm-ups too, but
I feel like last year's sectional championship night was pretty good weather.
It was a nice night. It was a little chilly, but it wasn't too bad.
It wasn't bad. It was
probably colder than it is tonight, but it was not as uncomfortable as some other ones I've been a part of.
I know. I got down on the field talking to Coach Good and coaches from Crown Point before that one last year, and another Maryville touchdown. It looks like.
It looks like the quarterback on a keep there.
Keeper, yeah. So that is
Maryville is rolling.
So after that 7-0 start for the Governors, it has been all Maryville, still with 9:46 left to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, a lot of ball game left in that one. It's things are not going well for the Governors over at the Mansion. Hanover looks to be driving those at 2nd and 8. Yep, 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. Yep, under 4 minutes to play over there. Nice pickup gain there.
I thought he was gonna lower the boom there, and
we saw a big tackle earlier on that on the sideline. Holy cow!
Yeah, that was a nice hit.
Sectional 17 over at New Prairie. New Prairie would like a one.
Oh, it's a big play in the what a play by that defensive end for Chesterton.
So Chesterton Valpo just had one tipped in the air and then caught, and then literally a spear right into the ground. I mean, he just got
quarterback with a heck of a tackle on the defensive end there on that pick. I hope we can find a way to maybe get that one to you. I don't know.
About here comes the boom. That was it.
We can get left, but that was a sweet hit. If you're watching the Chesterton Valpo game right now, you were in for a treat. See if Chesterton can capitalize off of that. Oh, I didn't know Hanover picked up that first down. That looked really close.
So Hanover's still looking to drive here, try to get some yardage, and looks like they're kind of eating some clock a little bit just to kind of get the half down or get it down to halftime. Still maybe looking to get the score, but under 4 minutes to play, want to try to not leave any time for New Prairie here in the first half.
Yeah, that one's going to go pretty quick. New Prairie, I talked with Tony Bartolomeo, who's one of the coaches at Hanover Central, and he was telling me that the New Prairie's thrown the ball, I think he told me 39 times this year, or 38 times total this year, going into that matchup tonight. So obviously, clock's not gonna be stopping too often, at least when New Prairie's on offense.
I think I've had games where they've thrown for 30-something times, like in a game, not alone for a season. Holy cow!
100% have been a part of some of those.
I guess kind of the high school game would be a little bit more on the running because the arms maybe aren't as developed or as sharp. Some of them are, obviously. Those are the ones that you kind of know are going to have really bright futures in that position as the Crown Point Penn game gets started in the second half. And we'll have a Host Connections halftime report for you, giving you all the scores from around Northwest Indiana. Fans. So when the Valpo game, and we'll keep you up. Excuse me, we'll keep you updated. 2:37 left to go, according to our score bug here for Valpo and Chesterton. When that game goes to half, we will end the current stream that we're on, and then we will go into the Host Connections halftime report. Host Connections, Jimmy, are proven under pressure. Doom, 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 doom. I don't think you've experienced that with me just yet.
I have not.
Yeah,
we had some fun with baseball.
I think most people.
I think this is a little bit of a different animal. So
little different. Yeah.
Chesterton having fun themselves right now, trying to run reverses, all kinds of things, but they're not having fun because Valpo is shutting that down.
Do appreciate you guys all tuning in here to the RSN Zone tonight from the Centre Bank studio. And I'll say it throughout the evening, but a happy early Veterans Day to all of our veterans out there. We appreciate everything that you have done, are doing, and will do. I know you got to be part of a celebration yesterday over at Lake Central. I got to be part of one today.
I was just going to make that comment and say both of us able to be parts of some very cool Veterans Day festivities in the Lake Central School Corporation. So that was good stuff. Always fun to be a part of, and you get to see and appreciate and be around those people for a day that have put their lives on the line for our country and for our freedoms, and that's pretty cool to see.
And then from the teaching perspective as well, being teachers, I think one of the things that always kind of gives me goosebumps is watching as the veterans are coming in, our kids standing and applauding for the veterans. I think it's one of the coolest things that we get to see.
Yeah.
And that appreciation for the men and women who are willing to make that ultimate sacrifice and who think about those that did make the ultimate sacrifice that they worked with and fought alongside. So,
no, yeah, definitely really cool to see. One of my favorite parts for sure is when everybody's walking in at the beginning and, as you said, get the standing ovation for all of them. It's pretty sweet.
A little trickery play for the Chesterton Trojans.
Chesterton with the old hitch
Oh,
and
my
pitch.
Goodness.
Oh, that was sick. Oh, that was awesome. That's how you get yourself back in a sectional championship game. Down 14-0 right before half, and you make that play happen. That's awesome.
All right, here's the question: are you going for the extra point, or do you try to go for two?
Looks like Chesterton's going to kick it. I'd probably kick it too. It's so early, just
no. I 100% get it. It's one of those things. In this type of mentality, are you going to be a little bit more aggressive? We got to talk to.
I wouldn't be surprised. So if this score held for a while, right, and Chesterton scored really late, I think Chesterton goes for two.
Okay.
That would be my.
So maybe second half. If it was this scenario, second half to maybe come within one, to come within a score to try to tie or something like that.
It's like if they score
or to take the lead with a minute.
Yeah, if they scored with a minute and a half left, I'd be shocked if Chesterton kicked the extra point.
Okay,
I'd be shocked just because of the way these two. It seems just the way these two teams are when they play each other. I'd just be shocked if Chesterton and Coach Mark Peterson went for the extra point when they can go for two.
Well, and you got to think. For Coach Peterson, he lost on a 2-point play in overtime on an aggressive play from Coach Marshall. So maybe he would like to answer that. Because for the Chesterton Trojans, I believe the note I wrote down, they do not have a sectional title in program history. So, late in the game, yes, I get it. You would be aggressive to try to get that first one in program history. Because I feel like also one mentality is you show that aggressiveness a little too early, but then maybe Valpo can be ready for that in the future as well.
100%. Kind of keep it in your back pocket and bring it out later if you need it.
Yeah, because when you're in... Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say Crown Point looking like they're going to get themselves in the end zone again here.
And that's, again, not surprising that to us that they're winning, more so that they're just winning so convincingly. And it feels like we shouldn't be surprised by that because that's what they've done to the Duneland all season long. But you get to this stage in the game, you're kind of expecting these scores to be a little bit closer.
Yep.
Obviously, the Maryville-Morton game is a little bit more of a blowout even over there. Then I just saw, did I see Hanover was up 10-6? I think they kicked a field goal, so it looked like our bottom screen over there.
Looks like, did Penn get a stop? I think Penn got a stop or a turnover there in the goal line against Crown Point. Keeping that one at 28-0 here, midway through the third.
So we are kind of all over the board when it comes to what we're keeping our eyes on. So
yep. Oh man, first play for Valpo back on offense, they throw a pick. Chesterton got it now on the Valpo 40. What a turn of events here for the Vikings and for the Trojans.
We talked about I want to move over to the Carroll-Fort Wayne-Snyder game. 14-7 at our last update in the third. Carroll only up a score. That was maybe a little bit shocking to others that may be tuning in.
Yeah, people seem to think kind of around the state that both of those teams have really good defenses. People think a little bit more highly about the Carroll offense than they do the offense for Fort Wayne-Snyder this season, but both of those teams obviously really, really good programs. Carroll's kind of more of an up-and-comer, and Snyder's been a long-time stay as one of the more elite programs in the upper levels of IHSAA football.
And I'm also feverishly trying to update my scorecard here just to make sure that we have that for our halftime.
Yeah, that Carroll-Snyder actually went to the fourth quarter, too. Like, as you were talking, our scoreboard went fourth as well. Oh, is that a catch? That'd be a heck of a catch if he caught it. No, he did not.
So that Hanover score did go to 10-6. They did kick the field goal.
New Prairie doesn't throw it much, but found a way. Quarterback dropped back to pass and scrambled. That's good enough for them. It gets them 11 yards and a first down. So trying to chip away at that 10-6 Hanover lead.
So 89 seconds left to go in the half in the sectional 17 championship game over there.
Chesterton's starting to make some plays late here in the first half.
So they're starting to turn on the Jets a little here, putting a little pressure on the Valparaiso Vikings. So what, going out to Chesterton is always a lot of fun. Their community is behind their programs, and they are loud and proud whenever they get out there.
Yeah, they always seem to have a nice crowd. I know when I was at LC, we played them, I believe, it's like week 7 that we played those guys, and you go out there in week 7, and last year they weren't having the best of years, and even still they have a tremendous crowd and support system behind them out there at Chesterton. It's always nice to see.
Well, they got to Lake Central again this year on homecoming night, a 1-point win for the Trojans.
That Lake Central homecoming curse is something that's like starting to be an actual thing.
I didn't say it on the air, but that's back-to-back years of losing by a point.
That was actually 3 years in a row.
It was 3 years in a row? Okay, I knew back-to-back for sure. What's going on in the Morton?
Big-time play.
Oh, Maryville again. Justin was so excited. He was like getting up and pointing at our screen. He's like, look!
He said another one.
Yeah, what's that commercial? Another one. I thought we were saying that about the Crown Point game. Now it's starting to turn into the Maryville score. Another
Crown
one.
Point does have the ball again, though, and on the Penn side of the field, which has been a theme, and that's a nice edge for Larry to run down.
The tackling is so underrated on this Crown Point team, I feel like. It doesn't get talked about enough, the tackling, the blocking ability for this Crown Point team to allow those types of holes on either side to happen.
No, and it's funny that you said it. I was literally watching as Penn was kind of driving on that last drive before Crown Point got the ball back, and you're exactly right. The way they tackle and rally to the ball, it's such a great thing that they do as a team. Like their team tackling is just tremendous. Oh, Chesterton got him. Oh,
almost an interception.
Oh man.
Over there in sectional.
Quarterback just underthrew that. If he put that on that kid's outside shoulder, I think that's a touchdown.
It's getting
that was a
dicey
really nice
over
play
there.
by the safety, though. Oh, New Prairie for 6.
New Prairie is going to get into the end zone.
And 3rd and 8. The way it opened, I didn't see the play happen, but the way the kid's running down the field, I'd be willing to bet it was a screen unless it was just some kind of underneath passing route, because the way it happened and the way the defense kind of opened up for Hanover, I'd be shocked if it was just a regular.
Let's see here.
Oh, no, quick slant.
Just a quick
got him
slant,
on a nice
yeah.
little quick slant. Good old-fashioned quick slant for 6. Really nice
I think
play
sometimes we
design.
call that the Justin Cole play because he's good on the slants.
Good on the quick slants. We'll have to take the ball out. Chris, put the lights on out here. And
Yeah,
roll
turn
ball
on
around a
the
little bit.
parking lot lights and let's go see.
Crown Point inside the 20. This has happened fast. That's going to be 6. Oh, what a tackle.
Just got upended, but at the 5-yard line. So 20 seconds to go. Chesterton driving as well in their matchup. We'll have a timeout taken. It's 3rd and 9 for the Trojans, and they are, at the 16-yard line?
Yeah, looks like that's about right.
So they're in a timeout. When they come back, they'll run that play. I'm guessing that's Four Seasons mechanical 4-down territory over there if they can't pick up the first down, especially with 20 seconds to go.
They could kick their field goal, though, in the Chesterton Valpo.
They could.
Crown
And
Point
another
touchdown.
Crown Point touchdown. Justin Cole quietly having a touchdown celebration party over there behind the camera.
Do we have another Crown Point alumni in this?
No,
Or is he just
Justin Cole.
just an excited Region fan?
Yeah,
Passionate Region football guy?
He's a Calumet guy.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? I notice he makes no Lake Central jokes when you and I are together. But when Lake Central is losing in a game and I'm in studio, every time that Lake Central gets scored upon, he's the first. He's pointing at that monitor. Look, they're losing. Thanks, Justin.
Thanks for the reminder.
They are not here,
They are not.
but we are. We're still representing.
Yes.
Let's see what 3rd and 9 brings. It is a catch. Got to get out of bounds.
And he does. That was probably a first down, too. We're really,
They are
very
still.
close.
No, they stopped the clock with about 11 seconds to go, and I believe that was enough for the first down. Either way, even on 4th down, they are at the 7-yard line. So that I can't see where the sticks are in that one, but so New Prairie up 14-10 on Hanover, and it looks like in the Morton game over there, Maryville just got to the.
It's Morton ball there. There was just a lot of bodies there on that pile. Chesterton going for it on 4th and 1.
So this is going to be 4th and 1. Trying to get the little tush push.
Oh, what a sneak.
And he
definitely
sneaks
got
out
it.
to the right side and gets across the 5. Nice move. Thought we were going to go get the tush push, but they say run the clock, and they try to spike
Yep,
it
they
to stop
spiked
it.
Yep. Interesting that they spiked it from shotgun, but they snuck it from under center. It was interesting because if you can do that under center, you figure you should be able to spike the ball under center too, from just a schematic standpoint. That's why I just found that a little bit interesting that they took that approach. But
Well, again, at this point in the year, you got to be you're throwing the whole kitchen sink at them.
Well, that was a really nice job. Chesterton's got themselves a chance. They probably, with 7 seconds left, so long as there's not a big scramble, they should be able to get 2 plays.
How about the Chesterton Trojans, though? Is they're going to try to get in a formation to get a touchdown here. They're looking to throw, and they'll get
They
it.
got him.
So here's you don't have to go for 2 here. Obviously, just try to tie it. That would be the wise thing in my opinion.
Yeah.
But how about that? Valpo was leading 14-0 the majority of this half, and then I wasn't even paying attention to how much time they had when they scored their first touchdown. But I mean, in a matter of
it was a minute 20.
A minute 30, right? Or
minute
30?
27. Yeah.
Okay.
Something like
So
that.
yeah, like 90 seconds. And we were saying, okay, if this was the case, come the end of the game, do you go for 2? And then all of a sudden, now they're in a position to tie it here. And they will. So 14 all over at Viking Field.
Big
And that's
time
kind of
stuff.
what, and Jimmy, that's kind of what happened in the first game. They had really good methodical drives, and then all of a sudden, it became a tie ball game, and then we were going to overtime. It was pretty incredible.
Looks like New Prairie almost recovered like a pooch kick or a squib, but I think there was a penalty on the play because now Hanover's on the other side of the 50 with the ball.
So they're less than a minute, so looking to try to drive here to get a score before the half. Picking up a first down, 41-7 in favor of the Maryville Pirates over there.
Looking to extend that lead too. They got 3 minutes left and the ball. Good stop there by Morton.
Third quarter coming to or winding down, I should say, for the Crown Point Bulldogs. 46-6 Lafayette Central Catholic. See that on the hometown scoreboard. Update which direction? That direction. No, wait. That direction. That direction. Over there to your left. It's like the Brady Bunch box. I don't know which direction I'm going. What I would love to do is can we get like Justin Cole down at the bottom of this? Can we have him like down here, like a picture of Justin Cole? See what he's doing. Like, we'd love to watch your reactions, Justin.
He's a big touchdown guy. He gives the.
Oh, he
celebrated them all. Now I see it wasn't Crown Point loyalty.
And now he's ignoring
just as
us.
excited for Chesterton.
Well, he's also indicating. See, this is where also you can get. I think we should do some behind the scene features. Like he's yelling at us to do this, which means let's take a break. And now he's signaling a home run, so he's not even in the right season anymore. So, all right, we're going to take a step aside here for just a moment. Or are we cutting this stream?
Cutting it, going to half.
We're cutting the stream. We're going to go to the Host Connections halftime report. So, thanks for tuning into the RSN Zone for the first half here from the Centeer Bank Studio on the Region Sports Network. Just stay tuned for in just a few moments. We'll have the Host Connections halftime report on the other side of the break here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Attention Strack and Van Til reward members. From October 16th to November 19th, spend $400 and you'll earn yourself a free turkey. That's right, a free honeysuckle turkey, between 10 to 14 pounds. Get ready to gobble up some savings this Thanksgiving season. Keep tabs on your performance in your rewards account. 2 offers per account, so make it count. Don't miss out on this turkey-tastic deal at Strack and Van Til.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. For years, I've helped your family and friends save on their car insurance. And now I've returned to rescue you from high prices. Whether you have a perfect driving record or a not-so-perfect record. Follow me to the Crowell Agency for immediate and affordable coverage. I'm your insurance superhero. Crowell Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Old Man Winter is just around the corner, and that means temperatures will soon begin to drop. And a region winter is not the time to be left out in the cold. The professionals at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling can tune up that old furnace or install a new unit that can last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable this winter, and with 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, 219-923-4441. Or for more info, the website is forajobdoneright.com.
Tech Checking Plus from Tech Credit Union offers everything you'd expect from a checking account. Plus, you'll earn one of their best dividend rates for maintaining a higher account balance. Currently, 4.85% annual percentage yield. No need to choose between easy access to funds or earning a better dividend. Tech Checking Plus gives you both. Visit techcu.org, contact any branch, or call 800-276-8324 to learn more. Tech Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Rates may change without notice.
Quintel Incorporated is a family-owned and operated company located in Northwest Indiana that specializes in the reconditioning, repair, and remanufacturing of heat exchangers. Since 1994, Quintel has been handling jobs of all sizes throughout the country. Equipped with the most modern technology and advanced tools, Quintel provides top-notch service. When you trust Quintel for all your needs, you'll get peace of mind and a finished job that exceeds your expectations. For more info about Quintel and the services they provide, visit quintel-inc.com.
If you work with industrial, pneumatics, or hydraulics, and you're in need of maintenance or repair, you need the right connection. For over 20 years, Hose Connections in Hammond has been the premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop for sales and service of pneumatics and hydraulics. Hose Connections continues to grow their network of industry contacts, which allows them to meet even your toughest expectations. To learn more, visit HoseConnectionsInc.com. Hose Connections in Hammond. Proven under pressure.